We just got up after day 3 of our vacation, and we're here at this KOA campground in Santa Fe. We're getting ready to head over to Pecos National Historic Park to see what's there and explore it a little bit today. So even though we really like this campground, we woke up this morning and it was 60 degrees, which is surprising for, end of July. It's hot during the day, but it was real nice here. We can actually see why people, when they come here, like to boondock out, because the weather is just perfect. What are you doing in here?
I usually take care of the inside as we're getting ready to take off for the day. So I make sure that the slide is in, all the water's shut off, the lights are off, all the doors are secured, and then I run the Swiffer across the floor to make sure we have a nice clean start for the next day.
You're not going to fly away in that broom?
I'm not going to fly away in the broom. It's not a broom, smarty. So then Jim starts the outside, and then by the time I'm done, I can go out and help him finish up. But with Jonathan here, he's already helping us, so we get out a lot faster. Arrived at the Pecos National Historic Park.
This is one of the earliest glaze pottery that they found in this area. Pretty neat. These are just bowls that they found. Miniature vessels. Duck pots. These stones here were used to make arrows straighter, and then the far one on the left has a hole to make the point sharpened. They would take the stone and just rub it up and down the arrow shaft and basically sand it so it becomes smooth and straight. It was actually used in the Pueblo floor. They would rub it across the floor to smooth it and polish the floor. Cactus plants, beautiful. Some of the landscape here.
Even the non-cactus plants are pretty with the color. I think they're probably just weeds. It does say to watch out for rattlesnakes. And if you see one, report it. Avoid and report.
Some of the cactus plants here. They're very pretty purple flowers, which is really nice.
Behind me is the last of the 4 adobe missions that were built during the Spanish time.
This wall that snakes along here represents the boundary of the city.
The Pueblo ceremonial room. You can actually climb down the ladder.
Only one brave enough to go into the big scary hole.
In a place with snakes.
Yeah, it's probably full of snakes.
We watched too many Indiana Jones movies.
Nice and cool down here.
This area was first excavated by archaeologist Alfred Kidder, and he was drawn here by the trash mounds that were in this area. This hill right here and the hill to the left are the trash mounds that he found and provided a lot of the data and a lot of the artifacts that you see today in the museum.
1400s, they quadrangled?
Quadrangle.
Quadrangle.
Of more than 600 rooms, 4 to 5 stories high in some places, would be towering over you.
And that's the hole from it. And this is what it would have looked like. And then down in the hole. Up. Lizard. So here's the 2 churches. What's left of them. The very first church was built in 1625 and its remains are right there. But the rest of this was actually here when they discovered it in the early 19th century. Or maybe it was the 20th century. 1900s?
They always knew it was here.
They always knew it was here, but in the 1900s is when they excavated and made it into a park. And they did not do any reconstruction on this. This was what was actually standing here. So they are working on it, trying to keep it what's left still there. The first churches that were destroyed, those were actually destroyed by a Pueblo revolt, but this one was still remaining. Mr. Squirrel. So here's the. So these are all the different rooms of the church before it was destroyed. I really liked this site. It was really interesting. It was fun. What do you think?
Yeah, nice hike. A lot of interesting history.
It's about a 1.5 mile hike round trip. We went in the morning, so it wasn't quite as hot. It does say to watch out for rattlesnakes, and the ranger told us if we seen a rattlesnake to stop, avoid it, and come back and report it. I don't know if they move them or what they do. I think they just put a closed trail. Yeah. So, but it was actually really fun. So I think Jonathan liked it too, didn't you, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The man of a lot of words. So.
The Pecos National Historic Park had plenty of parking. There's handicapped parking here, right at the entrance to the trailhead. It's a dog-friendly walk also. They have bags to pick up the dog waste. And nice big parking lot here. The scenery is changing from green, more of a green, to a brownish, more of a desert landscape.
It's pretty amazing how fast it changes. You know, from one spot to the other. So the new truck, just to give you a little update on the gas mileage. If we go 60 to 65, we get anywhere from 10.3 to 10, roughly, miles per hour, or miles per gallon. Anything above 65, it goes into the 9.8. So, but you really probably shouldn't ride that much above 65. I think 2 of our wheels are rated for 70. And the other 2 are for 65. There's been a couple times we've been going about 68, and then it drops down to 9.8 gas mileage. As far as towing, the towing has been really nice. It's you don't even know the trailer's back there. So, yeah, we don't get pushed around on the road at all. And then we went through some windy places and having any problems. The road's a little bouncy. But overall, I really like the new truck. I still like the Colorado because it gets better gas mileage. But we'll probably use it for shorter runs and use this one for long hauls like we're doing today. So, but yeah, it's an update on the new truck. We really like it so far.
Here's some more of the scenery. This area.
We're heading to Aztec's Ruin.
It's a managed wildfire that they've lit out here. Kind of neat looking. Here's the Aztec Ruins in Aztec, New Mexico.
So it sees you. Please. This building is called the Great Kiva. You see the ceiling? And then you go upstairs. The Great Kiva, like this one, served as a religious core of the Great House. So, though it was not all Great Kivas were identical, they shared a number of common features, including the large size, a central fire pit, 4 pillars, and floor vaults. The roof was the same as what was in the Kiva that we were just in. This would lead to 2 to 4 stories. This would be the ancestral Pueblo people. So
It must have been short.
they must have been short people.
Go through, Dad.
Oh, the next one's even smaller. Are you sure this is like the path through?
Yes, it is. It's the path. It is the path.
Dead end. Dead end.
I got you guys. Oh.
You got us lost. Oh, that was fun.
It's the best part. They go into a submarine.
Yeah, I think the submarine had more room. Here, someone want to grab the camera so I don't break it? Just don't record me. 8 was the plaza to community space. So this would have been all the community space.
Around the Kiva.
Yep. And then number 9 is another ceremonial Kiva.
I wonder what the different, why, so many round.
Some are kivas,
Those
some are
two.
just rooms.
Some were rooms, some were ceremonial rooms. They each had
Why would you make a square room?
It's easier.
Why?
Because they kept heat.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Round's easier. Heat's easier. And
Heat's easier. Yeah.
They didn't have furniture to have to prop up against the walls.
When you arrive here, you're given one of these guidebooks. It's a loaner copy.
So on the one side, on some of the front ones, it gives you the archaeologist view, and then this is the Indian view. Native American view. So, and this is what the ceilings would have looked like. So there's multiple areas.
you're given this book, and it kind of guides you through each step, and every place as you walk through the trail, there's numbers, and you match up the number. Like it says number 13, and it tells you about what you're seeing. So it's kind of like getting a guided tour.
So it's 13, where we're supposed to look up at the ceiling, and it's still intact after 900 years. That was 10. Did we skip 13 for me?
There are T-shaped doorways.
Yeah.
What happened to 13?
It's not a big. Around 213, yeah. 10.
Well, I
What happened to 9?
12 was up there.
Roll. Cool.
You're about to enter a series of inner rooms. The rooms are dark and doorways are low, with occasional step-ups. Be careful.
Oh. Repaired?
Yes. This is the original ceilings in here. This is where they would do the horn. Here's the stone. And they would take a rock.
Grind it?
What is called?
12 was the doorway across from this room is the mat windows. Stone, I can't pronounce
They
it.
use they use that as windows.
Yeah.
Mats as windows.
Yeah.
And there's stones in there to do something. Probably used for corn. Break up corn.
The mat is still in location after 800 years.
800-year-old rolling mat.
Yep, see that mat? Over there, that's 800 years old.
Nice and cool in here too.
Is the one that's 900 years old. It's a ceiling.
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
So, number 13 says, look up. The ceiling is still intact after 900 years. Large beams, or BIGAS, are made of wily spaced spruce, Douglas ferns, or ponderosa pine. Then they have underlaying smaller beams, and I can't read the rest because it's too dark.
Cross ventilation?
Pretty amazing. Is the doorways along the south wall. Each room now protected by glass were the original entrances people would have walked through to enter. So that's where they would have originally walked in to enter. But they put plexiglass over it to protect it. Ouch. By the 1300, people left this entire region. They either went west, south, and east to Hopla, Zuni, Z-U-N-I, and other pueblos in New Mexico.
One thing we always like about visiting national parks like this is seeing these big trees that they always have.
So we found out that the Spanish seem to have called every Indian area that they found Aztecs, native peoples, Aztecs. However, they weren't Aztecs. So the Aztecs ruin is not an Aztec ruin. They are actually the Pueblo ancestors. So that's who actually was part of that. So it's just a misnomer that they misnamed a bunch of areas in New Mexico as Aztec names. So just a little info there. Now we're on our way to where?
Bovenweep?
In Utah.
In Utah.
Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thank you.